So my wife Sarah and I, we're not like tech people, but we're definitely connected. You know, our jobs are on screens, our downtime is on screens. And for our 5th anniversary, we just wanted to be gone. I mean, gone. No cell service, no Wi-Fi, no news, no scrolling. Just trees and a fireplace. And us. We found this place on Airbnb that looked perfect. It was called the Abernathy Cabin. It was deep in the mountains, about 4 hours away. The listing was almost aggressively rustic. No Wi-Fi, and you'll be glad for it. It said, the pictures showed this beautiful old log cabin. Stone fireplace, plaid blankets, looked like something out of a catalog. The host, Mr. Abernathy, had 5-star reviews. The perfect getaway. So peaceful. Mr. Abernathy is a wonderful host. All of it. The first kind of weird thing was getting the keys. The listing said the cabin was, quote, too hard to find on GPS, so we had to meet him in the little one-street town at the base of the mountain. We pull into this old gas station, and there he is, waiting in an old green pickup truck. He looked exactly like his profile picture. Older guy, maybe late 60s, flannel shirt, suspenders. He was nice, but quiet. You know that quiet that isn't peaceful? It's just heavy. He hands me the keys, which are these old-timey skeleton keys on a ring. Now, he says, his voice a little gravelly, you'll follow me up. It's about a 20-minute drive on the logging road. Don't fall behind. There's no one else up there. He wasn't kidding. We follow his truck up this dirt road that gets narrower and rockier. The trees are so thick, it gets dark, even though it's only like 3 p.m. Sarah's looking a little nervous. I grab her hand and I'm like, hey, this is what we wanted, right? Secluded. She nods, but she doesn't look convinced. We finally pull into a clearing, and there's the cabin. It's beautiful. Genuinely. It's perfect. Mr. Abernathy gets out, walks over to our car. All right, he says. She's all yours for the weekend. The generator's got fuel. There's plenty of firewood in the woodshed out back. Just be respectful of the place. She's old. Thank you so much, Mr. Abernathy, Sarah says, trying to be cheerful. It's lovely. He just nods. He looks at me. You'll enjoy the peace. It gets in you. And then he gets back in his truck, turns around in this impossibly small space, and just drives away. We're left standing there in this total deafening silence. The no cell service thing was 100% accurate. My phone was just a brick. Okay, I say, trying to break the tension. Let's go. Anniversary time. The first few hours are perfect. Exactly what we wanted. We unpack. We open a bottle of wine. The inside is just as cozy as the pictures. There's a big, comfy sofa in front of this massive stone fireplace. It's everything. We're laughing. We're disconnected. It feels normal. Later that night, after dinner, we get the fire going. It's crackling. It's warm. Sarah's curled up on the sofa, and I'm looking at the bookshelf next to the fireplace. It's full of old paperbacks, board games, and a guest book. A big, leather-bound one. Hey, check it out, I say, bringing it over. Let's see what other people thought. I open it up. The first, I don't know, 20 pages are exactly what you'd expect. Had a wonderful time. So quiet. Best anniversary ever. We'll be back. Saw a deer right off the porch. Thanks, Mr. Abernathy. It's all just nice, really nice. We're smiling, sipping our wine. Then I get to the entries from maybe the last year or so. The tone starts to shift. It's subtle. I'm reading one out loud. A very attentive host. Thank you for the peace. That's nice, Sarah says, but she's frowning. Yeah, I say. I flip the page. Here's another one. Thank you, Mr. Abernathy. He really knows what you need. It's just, the phrasing is weird. It's not bad, but it's not, wow, what a view. Either. It's personal. I keep flipping. The handwriting gets a little more frantic. Then I land on one from about 6 months ago. It's just creepy. He's always close by. Don't go into the woodshed. Just don't. Okay, what the hell is that? Sarah says, and she sits up. The wine glass is frozen halfway to her mouth. It's probably a joke, right? I say, but my voice sounds weird. Like, don't go in the basement. Horror movie stuff. Mark, that's not funny. Why the woodshed? We were just about to get more wood from there. We've got plenty in here for tonight, I say, trying to sound casual. Let's just, I don't know. Let's stop reading, but I can't. You know how it is. It's like you have to look. I flip to the very last entry. It's from the people who stayed here last month. It's not in the neat, cursive handwriting of the other entries. It's in all caps, and the pen was pressed so hard it almost tore the page. It's one sentence. Do not use the fireplace. He's watching. Page 42. My blood just stopped. It went cold. The fireplace is crackling right in front of us. We're sitting in front of it. He's watching. What does that mean? Sarah whispers. She's staring at the dark windows, at the reflections. He's where? Page 42, I say, my hands shaking. That's what it said. Page 42. I flip back. The pages feel thick, like I'm moving my hands through water. I get to page 42. It's an entry from 5 years ago. A totally normal one. Lovely cabin, very romantic. There's nothing here, Sarah says, her voice tight with relief. Wait. Tucked into the spine of the book, so flat I almost missed it, is a small, faded Polaroid photo. I pull it out. My heart is, I'm not kidding, it's in my throat. I can feel it. The photo is of the living room, the one we are sitting in. It's taken from the sofa. It's a picture of the fireplace. But in the photo, a section of the stone to the right of the firebox, it's been pulled away. It's not solid. It's a compartment. And in the photo, you can just see a dark, hollow space behind it. We both just stare at the photo. Then we stare at the fireplace. No, Sarah says. No way, Mark. We are not doing this. We're leaving. We can pack and be out of here in 5 minutes. And go where? I say, trying to keep my voice steady. It's pitch black, Sarah. We're 20 minutes down a logging road we've only been on once. We'd get lost or drive off the road. We can't, so what do? Just sit here? He's watching? I stand up. I walk over to the fireplace. I put my hand on the stones to the right, the ones from the picture. I push, I pull. Nothing. It's solid stone. See? I say, my voice shaky. It's a joke. A stupid, elaborate prank. It's solid. Try the big one, Sarah whispers, pointing. The one at the bottom. I look at the stone she's pointing to. It's a larger, darker colored stone. I kneel down. I brace myself. I pull. It doesn't budge. I pull harder. And then it scrapes. A low, grinding sound. It's not a stone. It's a door, made to look like a stone. It's heavy, but it moves. It swings open, just a few inches. A wave of cold, dusty air hits me in the face. It smells awful, like old damp. I don't even know. Mark, don't, Sarah says. Please, just close it, please. But I have to. I have to know. I pull out my phone, turn on the flashlight, and I shine it into the hole. It's a small, dark, concrete-lined space. A void inside the chimney. And there's stuff in there. It's not a body or anything like that. It's electronics. There's a small, old-fashioned camcorder. And next to it is a stack of videotapes, like the small ones from the early 2000s. And on top of the stack is a digital hard drive. I reach in, my hand trembling so hard I can barely grab it. I pull out the camcorder. It's old, but it's clean. No dust. What is that? Sarah whispers. She's standing right behind me, her hands on my shoulders. It's a camera, I say, and I look back into the hole, and that's when I see it. At the very back of the dark space is a tiny, pinprick hole. A hole drilled right through the other side of the chimney, pointing directly at the sofa. At the bed in the master bedroom, which shares the chimney wall. Oh my God, Sarah breathes. Oh my God, Mark. He's been filming people. I pull out the stack of tapes. They're all labeled, but not with names. With dates. June 12th to 14th. July 2nd to 3rd. August 22nd to 26th. They're bookings. Every guest. For years. I look at the hard drive in my other hand. It's plugged into a battery pack. It has a blinking blue light. It's on. It's recording. He's not watching, I whisper. He's recording. My mind is racing. The weird reviews. He's very attentive. He knows what you need. He watches the tapes. He knows them. We have to go, Sarah says. She's crying now. Mark, I don't care about the road. We have to go now. Wait, I say, my voice hollow. The camcorder. It has a tape in it. I flip open the little screen. I press the play button. The screen flickers to life. It's the previous guests. The ones who wrote the note. A man and a woman. They're on the sofa, just like us. They look scared. They're arguing. Just leave it alone, honey. The man is saying, how can I leave it alone? He's sick. We have to take this. The video is shaky. The woman is holding the camera, filming the man. We're not. We're going to leave in the morning and never come back. We'll report him from town. And then the video snaps to the front door. It's swinging open. And Mr. Abernathy is standing there. He's not holding a weapon. He's not angry. He's just standing in the doorway, blocking the exit. And the look on his face, it's not rage. It's disappointment. Like a father who caught his kids doing something wrong. You found my things, he says on the tape. His voice is so calm, so quiet. That's a shame. You weren't supposed to. The woman on the tape screams, and the camera drops. The screen is black, but the audio is still on. You hear a scuffle. You hear the woman screaming, "Get off him! Get off of him!" You hear a heavy, wet thud, and then another one, and then silence. Just silence. The tape just keeps playing. It's 10 seconds of silence, 20, 30. Then you hear his voice right next to the camera's microphone. You should have enjoyed the piece, he whispers. The tape ends. I drop the camera. It clatters on the stone hearth. Sarah is staring at the screen, her hand over her mouth, a silent scream. We're in a dead zone, miles from anyone, in a cabin owned by a man who corrects the guests who find his secret. Don't go in the woodshed, I whisper, the review flashing in my head. The previous guests, the ones on the tape, the firewood, the thud. My stomach heaves. I'm going to be sick. And that's when we hear it. Outside. A sound that's not the wind. It's the low, distant rumble of an engine. And the slow, steady crunch of tires on the gravel logging road. He's coming. Sarah looks at me, her eyes wider than I have ever seen. "Mark," she whispers. "The hard drive, the blinking blue light." "What?" He's watching a live feed. He saw us. He saw us find it. The headlights sweep across the living room window, plunging the room into a blinding white light for a second. And then, darkness. The engine cuts. A truck door slams. And then, the same heavy, deafening silence from before. He's here. He's outside. He knows we know. And we're in his house, on his mountain, with nowhere to run. And all I can think about is the look on his face on that tape. That disappointed look. So, for my friend Mia's 21st birthday, me, her, our friend Ben, and his buddy Josh all decide to go to this big music festival. It's like 3 hours away, and hotels were just insane. Like laughably expensive. So naturally, we check Airbnb. We're broke, so we're looking for the cheapest entire place listing we can find. And we find this one. It's a house. Like a full-ass 3-bedroom house for pennies. The pictures looked fine. You know, a little dated, like your grandma's house, but clean. The only catch, and it was right there in the listing, was host lives on site in a separate mother-in-law unit in the backyard. We talk about it. Josh is like, who cares? It's not like we're going to be hanging out with her. And Ben's like, yeah, it's just a place to crash. As long as she doesn't care about us coming in late, it's fine. It said, self-check-in, no quiet hours. It seemed perfect. So we book it. We drive up, and the first red flag is the neighborhood. The listing was like, charming, quiet area. No, it was rough. Like bars on the windows rough. But then we pull up to this one house, the Airbnb, and it's pristine. Manicured lawn, fresh paint, looks totally out of place. And behind it, in the backyard, you can just see the roof of this other little building. The mother-in-law unit. And it looked the opposite. The roof was sagging. The paint was peeling. It looked run down. Okay, Mia says, this is weird. It's fine, Ben says, already grabbing his bag. Let's just get in. We use the lockbox code and go inside. And the inside is amazing. It's spotless. Nice furniture, big TV, fully stocked kitchen. We're all like, okay, score. We totally forget about the weird backyard. We're all claiming our rooms, throwing our bags down. I grab the master bedroom, which has a window that looks out over the backyard. And I glance out, and I see her, the host. She's in the window of the little rundown house. Just a silhouette. And she's peering out through the blinds. I freeze, and as soon as she sees me see her, the blinds just snap shut. Guys? I call out. I think the host is watching us. So, Josh yells from the other room. Let her watch. Let's get ready. So we kind of brush it off. We get ready for the first night of the festival. We've got music on. Not like blasting it. Just, a speaker in the living room. We're all laughing, having a drink. My phone buzzes. It's a message from the Airbnb app. It's the host. It just says, "You are being too loud. This is a residential area. Please be respectful." I look at the clock. It's 7 p.m. on a Friday. You guys, I say, the host just told me we're being too loud. Already? Ben says, We're not even that loud. And the listing said no quiet hours, Mia adds. But you know, we want to be good guests. We're in her house. So I turn the music down to, like, basically nothing. The vibe is kind of killed. An hour later, we're calling the Uber. Josh steps out on the back porch to smoke a cigarette. He's out there for like 30 seconds, and he comes right back in, his face totally pale. Dude, he whispers, that lady, the host. What? She's just standing in the yard, in the dark. What do you mean? I mean, she's standing on the grass, in the dark, perfectly still, just staring at the house. We all rush to the back door. And he's right. There she is, maybe 30 feet away. A small, older woman in, like, a nightgown. And she's not moving. Not a muscle. Just staring right at the back door. Right at us. It was one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. It was like a statue. Mia actually, like, yelps. And the second she makes a sound, the woman just turns very slowly and walks back to her little shack and closes the door. We're all just frozen. Okay, I'm locking this, Ben says, and he throws the deadbolt on the back door. I'm locking the front door, I say. We go to the festival, but the whole night, we're all just freaked out. We keep joking about it, like, don't let the backyard witch get you, but nobody's really laughing. We get back late, around 2 a.m. We are super quiet. We're like whispering. We all just go to our separate rooms and lock the doors. My bedroom door. I've never locked an interior door in my life. I did that night. The next morning, I wake up first. I go to the kitchen to make coffee, and I stop. The kitchen is a mess. But it's not a party mess. It's wrong. All the cabinet doors are open. Like all of them. The fridge door is open, just a crack. A carton of eggs is on the floor, but none of them are broken. A bag of flour is ripped open, and there's just a little pile of it on the counter. It looked like someone was looking for something. Guys, I yell. Get out here, now. They all come stumbling out, rubbing their eyes. And everyone just stops. What the hell? Ben says. Josh, were you drunk snacking? No, man, Josh says, and he looks genuinely freaked out. I didn't do this. She was in here, Mia whispers. She has to have been. She came in while we were sleeping. We check the doors. The front door is locked. The back door is locked. See? Ben says, but he's trying to convince himself. We locked it. She couldn't have. She has a key, Ben, I say. It's her house. The feeling of violation. It was awful. To think this creepy-ass woman was just walking around us while we slept. Okay, Mia says, I'm calling Airbnb. This is not okay. We're leaving. And as she says that, I see it. On the kitchen table, which was definitely empty when we went to bed. It's a piece of notebook paper. There's new rules. Written in this, like, shaky, angry handwriting. 1. Lights out at 10 p.m. 2. No shoes in the house. We were all wearing shoes. 3. Food is not for guests. And then, the last one. 4. Do not lock the connecting door. I read that last one out loud. Do not lock the connecting door. We just look at each other. What connecting door? Josh says, we tear the house apart. We're looking for another door. We're in a panic. There's no other door, Ben says. It's front, back. That's it. No, Mia says, from the laundry room. Guys in here. We run to the laundry room. It's a small room, just a washer and dryer. And behind the washer, half hidden, is a door. A plain, white interior door. I'd assumed it was a closet. Ben and Josh pull the washer away from the wall. The door has a deadbolt on it. On our side, a deadbolt that we didn't even know existed. It goes to her house, I whisper. That's the mother-in-law unit. It's not separate. It's connected. And the deadbolt is unlocked. My blood I thought I was going to faint. We hadn't locked it because we didn't know it was there. She wrote the note, "Do not lock the connecting door," as a warning. But that didn't make sense. If she could get in, why was the kitchen a mess? Why the note? It was like she was playing with us. That's it, Ben yells. We are out. Grab your shit. Grab everything. We're leaving right now. It was pure chaos. We're just grabbing clothes, stuffing them into bags. We don't care about the festival. We have to get out of this house. And as we're all in the living room, frantically packing, we hear it, a knock. It's not coming from the front door. It's coming from the laundry room. From the connecting door. We all freeze, dead silent. Louder this time, angrier, and then a rattle. The doorknob. She's right there. A voice, a thin, papery, furious voice, screams through the door. You locked my door. This is my house. You can't lock me out. This is my house. Josh, to his credit, finds his voice. We're leaving. He yells. We're leaving right now. We're calling the police. The rattling stops. The screaming stops. It just goes completely, totally silent. We stand there for, I don't know, a full minute. Not breathing. Did she leave? Mia whispers. I don't care, Ben says. Front door. Now go. We're all running, falling over each other, heading for the front door. I'm the last one. I'm grabbing my keys, and I stop. She's not running. She's standing in the middle of the living room, just staring at the ceiling. Mia? I say, Mia, what is wrong with you? Let's go. She doesn't look at me. She just slowly raises a finger and points. Guys? She whispers. I look up. In the center of the living room ceiling, there's a big, square metal grate and an air conditioning vent. And in the darkness, between the slats of the vent, I see them. Eyes. 2 wide, dark eyes. Staring right back down at us. She wasn't in the backyard unit. She wasn't just behind the connecting door. She was in the walls. The whole time. The kitchen, the note, it was a distraction. This entire house, it's a cage. And we're in it. And she's in the attic, or a crawl space, or something. And as all 4 of us are standing there, frozen, paralyzed, staring up at these eyes, we hear a sound. A high-pitched metallic screech. The sound of screws. Turning. The vent cover moved. We didn't wait. We didn't scream. We just ran. We burst out the front door, left half our stuff, piled into Ben's car, and just drove. We didn't stop until we were on the highway. We called Airbnb. We told them everything. They refunded us, deeply apologized, all that crap. They took the listing down. But I still think about it. I think about that neighborhood, that one perfect house, and that old woman. And I wonder, how many guests did she have? How many people did she watch? And what was she planning to do when she finally got that vent open? So about a month ago, I was driving my entire life from Ohio to California for a new job. I did it in my 20-year-old Honda, which was, a terrible idea. I had almost no money. I wasn't sightseeing. I was just driving. Point A to point B, eat, sleep, drive. I'm somewhere in, I don't even know, rural Nevada, the middle of nowhere. It's getting dark, and I'm exhausted. I'm not going to make it to the next big town. I pull over at a gas station and check Airbnb on my phone, just praying for anything cheap. And this one listing pops up. Working farm stay, cabin 1. It was $35. $35 for the night. The pictures were not great, just one photo of a twin bed in a small wood-paneled room. The description was sparse. It just said, "This is a working farm. Main house, my room. Guest cabin 1, your rental. And guest cabin 2, also rented. No frills, just a bed. Check yourself in." I mean, $35. How bad could it be? So I book it. The directions take me, I'm not kidding, 15 miles off the main highway, onto a state road, and onto a dirt road. I'm driving for 20 minutes in pitch blackness, my high beams just cutting into this ocean of sagebrush. My Honda is rattling, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting a flat tire. I'm thinking, this is it. This is how I die. I'm going to be that guy. Finally, I see a rusted-out sign. The Hep Bar Ranch. I pull down this long, dark driveway. There's the main house, completely dark. And then, off to the side, are two Frankly shacks. Glorified sheds. Cabin 1 and Cabin 2. There's a car parked in front of Cabin 2. An old, busted-up sedan. There's no car at the main house. No host, just like the listing said. I go to Cabin 1. There's a note taped to the door. "Alex, key under mat." H, that's it. I get the key. I go inside. And no frills was the understatement of the century. It's a room. It has a bed, a lamp, and a bathroom. It smells musty. But whatever. It's a bed. It's $35. I lock the door, throw my bag down, and I'm just about to pass out when I hear voices. From Cabin 2, arguing, muffled, a man and a woman. I'm so tired, I don't even care. I pull the pillow over my head. I must have fallen asleep because I wake up and my heart is pounding. It's the sound. A bang. It was loud. It sounded like a gunshot or a car backfiring, but it was close. I sit bolt upright in bed. It's dead quiet now. My clock says it's 2:15 a.m. I am freaked out. I get up, go to the window, and peek out the blinds. And I see them. The other guests from Cabin 2, a man and a woman. And they look awful. Gaunt, skinny. They look like tweakers, to be honest. And they are working. They're struggling with something, trying to get it out of their cabin door. It's a carpet, a big rolled-up carpet, and it's heavy. I can see the man's arm shaking as he's holding his end, and it sags in the middle. You know, the way a carpet shouldn't? Like there's something heavy inside it. It's not stiff. I'm just watching, frozen. They struggle with it, and the woman keeps looking around, out into the dark. They finally get it to their car, the old sedan. They pop the trunk, and they heave it in. The trunk doesn't close all the way. They have to slam it 3 or 4 times to get it to latch. They both just stand there for a second, breathing hard. Then they get in the front seat, start the car, and drive off down the long dirt road until their taillights disappear. I'm still standing at the window. My mind is screaming at me. It's just a carpet, Alex. They're moving out. They're just weirdos. It's fine. But I keep thinking about the bang and the sag in that carpet. I am not going back to sleep. No way. I sit on the bed for what feels like an hour, just listening to the silence. And I have to know. I know it's stupid. I know it's the dumbest thing you can possibly do in a horror movie. But I have to. What if someone's hurt? What if that wasn't a carpet? I grab my phone. I try to call the host. H, straight to voicemail. You've reached H, leave it. Beep. I try to call 911. No service. Of course, I go outside. My heart is beating so hard, it's making me dizzy. The air is cold. It's so quiet. I walk the 50 feet from my cabin to cabin 2. The front door is open. Just a crack. Hello? I whisper. Is anyone in there? Nothing. I push the door open, and the smell hits me like a wall. It's bleach. An overwhelming, eye-watering cloud of bleach. But there's something under the bleach. Something thick and metallic. Like old pennies, iron. I use my phone's flashlight. The cabin is trashed. Furniture is knocked over. And it's clean. Too clean. The floor is wet. It's glistening with puddles of bleach water. There's no carpet. The floor is just bare, stained wood. There's a drag mark from the middle of the room to the front door, where they pulled it. My phone's light finds the bathroom. The door is open. I walk in. I feel like I'm not in my own body, just watching myself do this. The shower curtain is gone. I realize that was the carpet. And the tub, the old white porcelain, it's stained. A dark reddish brown. And it's been scrubbed. You can see the circular scrub marks. Someone tried really hard to clean this tub. On the floor, next to the tub, are 3 huge empty bottles of industrial bleach. I'm going to be sick. I just witnessed the cleanup. The bang, the carpet, the tub. I turn and I run. I'm not quiet. I don't care. I sprint back to my cabin. I grab my wallet, my keys, my bag. I don't pack. I just grab. I burst out of my door. I run to my car. I'm fumbling with my keys. My hands are shaking so bad, I drop them. I drop my keys. I'm on my hands and knees, in the dirt, in the dark, grabbing for them. Come on, come on, come on. I get them. I jam the key in the door, throw my bag in, and jump in the driver's seat. I'm out. I'm safe. I jam the key in the ignition, and a pair of headlights blinding, high beams pin me. They're at the end of the driveway, blocking the only way out. It's a big pickup truck. It wasn't there before. The truck just sits there, pinning me. And the door opens. Big gag guy, overalls, a farmer. It has to be the host. And I am so relieved. Oh my God. Thank God. I jump out of my car, hysterical. Sir? Sir? You have to call the police. Help me. He just keeps walking, slowly. He's not rushing. Please. I'm yelling. The people in cabin 2. The other guests. I think they killed someone. I saw them. They had a body in a carpet. I saw the bathroom. It's blood. I'm hysterical, just babbling. He stops, about 10 feet from me. He just looks at me. His face, there's no shock, no horror, no concern. He just looks annoyed. He lets out this long, tired sigh. Them? He says. His voice is deep, flat. They ain't guests, son. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a pack of cigarettes. They're my cleaners. I don't understand. What? He lights the cigarette. The flick of the lighter is the loudest sound I've ever heard. He takes a long drag. You weren't supposed to check in till 4, he says. He's mad at me. My last guest, the one who was supposed to be in your cabin. He overstayed his welcome. My blood just evaporated. The bang, the guest in my cabin. Now, the host says, taking another drag. Now I gotta call him back. He shakes his head like I'm the problem. And they're gonna be real mad about having to make 2 trips. He drops the cigarette, and he takes a step towards me. And I finally realized. The cabins, the cheap price, the isolation. It's not a farm. It's a trap. And I wasn't a witness. I was just the next guest. And that's all for tonight. Remember, the most terrifying monsters are the ones that look just like us. The ones who might even live right next door. If these stories serve as a good reminder to trust your instincts, then show your support and like and subscribe. Hitting that bell means you'll get a warning before the next nightmare begins. Sleep well, if you can.